You can make tens of thousands of dollars over the next 18 months in this crypto bull market. The timing literally couldn't be more perfect, and if you have the right tools, it really isn't that difficult for you to be able to make life-changing gains. However, you need to know this one thing and this one thing alone. You're not going to make life-changing gains by doing what 95% of people do and just listen to influencers like myself or others to be told what coins you should be buying. You need to be able to do your own research. And I'm going to show you the 15 tools that I use on a daily basis to conduct my own research. It really doesn't take that much time at all, and if you understand how to use them effectively, you're going to be able to find 100x gems, you're going to know when to buy and sell different cryptos, and you're going to be putting yourself in the top 5% of people in crypto. So do me a favor, hit that like button, and let's get into today's video. Now, for those of you who are not yet convinced that you need to do your own research, just consider this. I would assume that most people are working a 9-to-5 job, which in the UK means you're working around 40 hours per week, and over a month, around 160 hours. Probably the same story in many countries. Now in the UK, the average salary is £42,000 or $54,000. In the US, it's slightly higher, around $59,000, which means on a monthly basis, your take-home salary is around $4,000. Obviously, that's an average. You then get taxed on that, therefore your take home might be around $3,000. Therefore, it's taking you 160 hours to be able to earn $4,000 per month. Therefore, if you're trying to make tens of thousands of dollars in crypto, it makes sense that you should probably spend at least a few hours per month putting your attention towards something that's going to give you more return for your money than maybe the day-to-day job that you're doing. Therefore, in my opinion, it's probably worth giving some more time and effort towards something that has the ability to deliver a better reward on your time spent than your day-to-day job. Okay, hopefully that makes sense. Let's dive into some tools that are going to give us a broad brush on what we could be doing. Now, I know that you've probably seen this tool and other tools like it before, but you definitely haven't seen all the tools that we're going to look at. This is banterbubbles.com. It's from Crypto Banter channel, and it's what I open up first thing on a daily basis because it gives me an overall opinion of what's going on in the market. You can see the market is predominantly red today, which means Bitcoin's probably having a little dip towards the downside, but there is definitely stuff of interest going on. XLM is going up and XRP going up, as well as a handful of others. Then on the right hand side, and why I prefer Banter Bubbles perhaps over Crypto Bubbles, is it has this newsroom. You can see that they've got the US Federal Reserve cuts going on today, which is interesting because it could have a big impact on crypto. You can see the Casper's in price discovery, very interesting. If I'm a Casper holder, that's something useful and something I want to go and know about. And there's other useful bits and pieces. Remember, we're not looking to become an expert overnight in crypto, but building all of this information together is going to give us a far greater idea of the bigger picture of what's going on. Now from here, I might go and look at particular charts on tradingview.com. This is Bitcoin. I want to know whether Bitcoin is looking particularly bullish or bearish on a daily basis, whether it's been going up significantly, down significantly, you get the picture. If I've been looking to buy certain cryptos like AIOZ, I want to be seeing whether they're in my buy zone areas or whether they're close to areas I might be wanting to take profits at later on in the bull market. Now, I would say you don't have to become an expert trader, but it's worth going and understanding a few trading patterns. It's worth understanding simple chart analysis, and therefore there's many YouTube videos available for that. Now, next stop in the morning, I will come across to the third platform to look at today, and that is lunarcrush.com. What is Lunar Crush? Well, Lunar Crush aggregates all of the data and attention going on in Twitter, going on in YouTube, etc. to understand what are the popular topics. Now, you can see that right now, cryptocurrency sits in number 10. This is important because when crypto is going towards the upside and pumping heavily, it's up in number 1, and I should feel maybe a little bit more bearish because crypto's got far bigger upside right now. Clicking on cryptocurrencies, I can see that certain coins are trending today and getting a lot of attention and interest in the markets. Typically, we're seeing a lot of interest in some meme coins. Also, we've got A0, Casper, XRP, and then that ties in now together with what we've seen over here. You can see the top performers of the day. In the top 100, you've got Casper, you've got XRP. So now we're starting to understand that these coins are gaining excitement and interest today, and there's something going on potentially with these. Already, you know 95% more than the people who are simply opening their app to see that they're up today in Casper and XRP or whatever coin it might be, okay? You're already putting yourself into a position where you're able to look at this with a logical perspective, perhaps more than an emotional perspective. Now, where next do you want to go? Well, typically you want to head across next to YouTube to find out more information. And don't get me wrong, guys, there is some killer content on YouTube, and hopefully you've identified that from my channel. If you have, then make sure you hit that like button, and if you are yet to, then subscribe. But not all YouTube is equal. As maybe an XRP holder, you go across and you search on YouTube, and you get hit with all of the same influencers that you've been looking at before, which might be nice because they reinforce what you might believe about any particular token, like XRP is going to go to $10,000, and that's great because it makes us feel good that we also think that XRP is going to go to $10,000, but I highly recommend opening a new incognito window and then going to YouTube here. Now, why would I want to do that? Well, because it's going to open a whole new bunch of influencers to me that maybe I've never seen before talking about XRP. I want to maintain my balance, right? I don't want to just see people who are going to tell me it's going to go super high. I want to see people who are going to challenge my idea and tell me that it might not do so that I can maintain my balance. But we haven't got much time to do research if we're watching YouTube videos all day. And this video here goes on for 48 minutes. While I might want to watch it, I don't have 48 minutes. So what I could do is I could just click on it and I can make sure that I've gone to glasp.co and downloaded this free extension to Chrome. You can do this on Safari, whatever. Now the benefit of this, now I don't have to watch 48 minutes of this particular video, whilst maybe I want to because maybe it's fun and enjoyable, but remember I haven't got much time and I'm working to research crypto because I want to make money so that maybe I can get the things that I want, and I should treat this like a job more than just a hobby. And then I'm going to copy the transcript from this entire video. Then I'm going to go to ChatGPT or Claude.ai or anything else, and I'm going to say summarize this video. And I can see instead of spending 48 minutes watching this, I can now read about Russia legalizing Bitcoin, why that might be important for us, potential US adoption for Bitcoin, like if Bitcoin and Trump is re-elected, which to be honest, I already knew because I've already watched other videos about this. I can talk about market trends and predictions, fine. Ethereum and altcoins, SEC regulatory news, which is obviously important because that's now something that has clearly had an impact on XRP, and that's probably why XRP is pumping today. You can then go and see like stuff about Avalanche and Polkadot, and I can do this for about 10 or so different kind of like mainstream news channels, from Crypto Lark, from Coin Bureau, from Crypto Banter, from Altcoin Daily, whoever it might be. Now I've collected all of the information that they've shared, and lots of the topics that they're talking about will pop up over and over again. And I can do all this in probably about 5 to 10 minutes, which completely condensed all my research that I need to do. And that's probably been my number one hack into crypto, because it allows me to consume huge amounts of content without wasting huge amounts of time. But we can't rely on just YouTubers alone, no matter how squeaky clean and how trustworthy they seem, or how much they've been right in the past, because there's no guarantee they're going to be right in the future. And eventually there's going to come a time in the bull market where they themselves might become delusional, and we need to keep a hold of the reins to make sure that we at least try and sell near the top. And I learned this lesson the hard way, and I'm going to share a little story with you here. It was 2015 and I was out in Kabul, Afghanistan, in the British Army. At the time I was deployed, trying to train their army officers to being able to deliver training to their own troops. And I had a few spare evenings with a lot of spare time, and I decided to start investing in AIM stock, which are small market cap stocks on the London Stock Exchange. Now, a couple of my friends told me about this coin called 88 Energy, an Australian oil company that was mining for oil in Alaska, and it sounded pretty cool from what all my friends were telling me about it, that I thought I would invest myself, and I invested quite a lot of money, since at the time I wasn't really buying anything apart from the odd coffee at the Nafi shop in the British ANOA base in Kabul. And what's handy about this website, lse.co.uk, is there's a little chat in here. Now, as you can imagine, in the chat you get lots of people who bought and held the coin who are like ultra bullish on it. So what I did, I continued to consume more and more content about 88 Energy and why I'd made a good investment, because they were mining for oil, they were going to be the next biggest thing, and they were going to have this huge oil reserve worth billions if not trillions of dollars. And this was around 2015 into early 2016. And I think I bought around 29 pence. And within a very short space of time, guess what? They found oil, the price went up to like $3 or $4. I was like, oh my god, I am going to be rich. Why do I have to be stuck in this army camp when I could be off smashing glasses of champagne with all the other 88 legend holders? Well, lo and behold, the chat became far more bullish, and everyone was even more bullish on it every single day, until eventually you could see that what actually happened over time. And today, literally 9 years on, the price sets at 10 cents. Okay, and it continued to never really get any higher than it did on that one day that I was sat in Kabul, and it pretty much just went down from there. And I believe that maybe I am still holding some of these shares somewhere, but I lost quite a lot of money. I pretty much had invested like £4,000, I believe, at the start of this, and in a very short space of time it went up to £82,000, which is a lot of money, and especially at the time it was a huge amount of money to me. But I hadn't done my own research into it, I hadn't really understood a lot of the intricacies, I basically took other people's word for something, and this basically screwed me. Okay, story time over, let's get on with it. Now, Let's go across to CoinGecko.com. CoinGecko.com, I actually prefer to CoinMarketCap because it seems to be much easier to use and is more clear in terms of categories. Now, what we can use is there's lots of information about kind of the trending coins of the day. This could be interesting if you can start understanding why certain things in particular are trending, and then going and paying attention to them. Notice already we've been to 3 separate platforms and we see Casper pop up 3 separate times. We can also use this categories to go work out like particular categories that have started to pick up and show interest in the current market. Being that Bitcoin is about to kind of pick up and move towards the upside, it's interesting to go and work out which coins are going to benefit from a growth in Bitcoin. BRC20, lending and borrowing platforms, particularly on Bitcoin. We talked about P-Stake the other day, so I'm pretty pleased to see that up now in the lending and borrowing part. And this gives us an indicator about where we might see some growth over the next month or two. So you can use CoinGecko to work out things like the kind of market cap versus fully diluted supply, like the maximum supply, and all these other things. And you might be like, oh, well, yeah, there's going to be unlocks for this coin coming, in the terms of like 4 million tokens. How frequent are the unlocks going to be? When are the unlocks coming? Well, I can go back to Drops tab, and I can go down to Token Unlocks here, and I can go and search for particular tokens like Casper, for example. And I can go and look for particular tokens that might be having like big unlocks in the future. Like here, I can see Near Protocol, I can see Sui, I can see a bunch of others that maybe I was kind of interested in, but I hear people talking about the unlocks that are going on. Now, when it comes to unlocks, it doesn't necessarily matter if the unlocks are going to be massive if they're happening after like 2 years or so, because that's when the bull market's finished. I've already sold that coin by then. In the last bull market, the top performers, Solana, Gala Games, had a very small circulating supplies compared to their future market caps. And I might never have got into those coins and made gains if I just read that they'd had like big unlocks to come, and then maybe I'd miss out. So you need to understand that when these unlocks are coming and whether or not it's a big deal that the unlocks are going to be happening like next week or whether they're happening 3 years down the line. You can also use Drops tab for doing stuff like finding out which coins might potentially be listing on Binance soon by clicking on Binance soon. You can see coins with potential airdrops coming up and loads of other things. This is a pretty cool all-round tool and one that you should definitely pay attention to using. Now, one other really cool tool that you can use is this. If you go to Casper, for example, and you click on the white paper, Casper has some pretty unique and exciting technology behind it, which is why lots of people are buying it. But if you want to understand more about the tech behind it, then you can go and read the white paper, but it's 14 pages long, and it might be a little bit technical for new people in crypto. So you could literally just download this, come across to ChatGPT, drag in that white paper, and you can say, analyze this white paper and simplify it for someone relatively new to crypto. Now you can see it's going to take that 14-page document and shrink it down into something that's much more bite-sized, giving you all of the key information. And I'm pretty confident that if you go and read this particular segment here, you're going to be able to explain this project better than 99% of people making videos on various coins out there, okay? You can then say, like, what are the pros of this project from the eyes of an investor? And the good thing about ChatGPT and why I perhaps switched to ChatGPT over Claude is that ChatGPT seems to have access to live market data. So obviously white papers serve their purpose, but over time projects can kind of like add new features and develop. So maybe it's a little bit limited, but this will then bring in all the kind of like the new stuff that it knows about this particular project in conjunction with what we've given it from the white paper. So it's going to give us all the pros. And then down below all the kind of like cons and things like that. So very handy investment tool using something like ChatGPT. Next up, fairly obvious, Twitter. I'll leave a link for my Twitter page down below, so please go over there and give me a follow. Twitter, I would say, is a far more kind of advanced platform in terms of the information that is available to be gained about crypto. There's far more kind of like technical and interesting stuff on Twitter than you'll ever find, I think, on YouTube. You can follow people like Raoul Pal, who give you like great breakdowns on kind of what's going on in the macro world. You can follow like El Crypto Prof, who looks into some pretty solid like charting, kind of calms the nerves when you look at what's going on with regards to Bitcoin and kind of the overall market cycles. You can get people like Alex Wasey, who share like deep dives into how to find the kind of like the next best meme coins, etc. Now, I would personally recommend that you get very strict on who you follow. Maybe give yourself about 20 to 30 different people that you're going to follow, maybe a few projects, but personally I would go after kind of like the key alpha characters and go through and really try and set criteria for who you're going to follow, and then your timeline will be really heavily condensed into only getting the best alpha rather than a lot of the other rubbish out there. Now, a really important and very key tool available on Twitter is Bitcoin Fear and Greed Index. Everything in crypto is pretty much run by attention and excitement, because when the markets start to bubble up and pump towards the upside, everyone is going to be like telling you that this coin and that coin are the best coin ever, and that they're going to go to the moon, and they're guaranteed to reach $10,000 or $20,000, and you're guaranteed to get your Lamborghini. It's all complete BS, and you need to completely distance yourself from that emotional drama that's going on in crypto and be able to continue to look very calmly at the situation. When Bitcoin reaches a fear and greed index level up towards like the high 90s, like 97, 98, you are more than likely about to see a huge correction in crypto. And that is something that you should consider. Not only that, you should use YouTube and things like that to go and look at comments on videos about particular coins. If someone makes a coin saying that ICP is not a very good coin, then go and read the comments underneath it. If everyone is telling that person they're an idiot and they have no idea what they're talking about, then it means that maybe that particular coin at that time is a bit overheated. On the flip side of things, if someone's making this coin's going to go to like $1,000 and everyone down below is telling you that, you're wrong, it's a dead coin, it's going nowhere, well, maybe that coin has a very good chance of actually doing something quite effective. You see what I mean? Try to do the opposite of what the masses are doing. If you do the same as what everyone else is doing and you feel warm and fuzzy because all your mates are in there together telling you that that coin's going to go to a $10 billion market cap, then you will also sink with them on the ship that they are on. The next important tool for people who are starting to get a little bit more advanced in crypto is this, DeFiLlama.com. When you start to see ecosystems and cryptos doing well, it's your job to work out that they're doing well because the price is going up, but the price is going up for a very good reason, and you need to understand why the price is going up other than just people buying it. Meme coins go up just because people are buying them, but what other developments are happening? So you can use Twitter to identify what kind of pieces of news are coming out about a particular asset. Or you can use like Banter Bubble's newsroom, like I showed earlier, that's showing like particular coins are kind of doing well. Other things that can cause pumps and pushes in price are things like growing total value locked on ecosystems. So we've seen TON becoming quite popular, mainly because the TVL has been booming towards the upside. The TON volume's also been going crazy. So this is a good indicator that the price movements seen in TON are justified, okay? You can then go and see the same for other coins. If you are seeing like massive price pushes in particular coins, and you're not really seeing any particular like news or any particular on-chain analytics that are telling you like why it's happening, then maybe you should be a little bit cautious about what's going on in that particular coin, because maybe there's something kind of price manipulation going on into a particular asset. Now, next up, a very handy tool to watch is DEXCheck.ai. I actually think this is one of the better tools out there. It's absolutely free as well, like all the tools I've been talking about today. Now you can go and look at coins on different chains. Just for example, here we've looked at Prime on Ethereum, and we can see something interesting by going on trades. We can click on holders, we can click on buyers. But what I want to do, if we go on trades and we select to sort by the amount, you can go for trades over $10,000. Then we can see that like how many real kind of value trades are going in right now as to whether or not this might be kind of looking at being a bigger push towards the upside. And the good thing is the buyers sorts by the total amounts being bought today. And you can see some of the bigger addresses at the top have been buying quite a lot. And just by clicking on some of those bigger wallets, you can find some people like this who've made like $9.8 million gross profit. You can then go and see some of the coins that they're holding. If you're not sure what kind of coins and things that you want to be getting into and you don't know much, then this is a very easy way to find people who've got large sums of money who's been making good returns. And you can then look at these coins. You can then go away and research some of these by using ChatGPT to analyze the white papers and other things like that. And in future videos, I'll do full tutorials on how to find some of the best wallets out there and to analyze these wallets, how to set up alerts so that when this particular token millionaire is buying this coin or that coin, that I'm going to get alerted and I can go and buy that coin as well. Also, if it gets towards the top of the bull market and I see suddenly start selling like Illuvium, it gives me a good indication that the rich people are starting to sell big coins like this, are starting to sell Illuvium, and I should probably do what the rich people are doing because they got rich for a reason, right? So if you want to catch that tutorial, make sure you subscribe to the channel with the notification bell on. Okay, so for those of you who are wondering, no, I'm not getting emotional making this video. My eyes are incredibly itchy because I have hay fever and it's been pretty brutal right now. But like all good YouTubers, we're going to push on through. This is probably a bit more advanced, but it's worth looking at. This is MyFXBook.com. You'll see that these are all Forex events or foreign exchange events that are happening over periods of time. And if you want to pay attention to them, it's very useful to find out when things are coming up. For example, the federal interest rate decision, which is going to be the biggest piece of news that will affect crypto for at least the next month. Okay, so this is a very, very important meeting because if the US drops interest rates, then it's going to cause an explosion potentially in the crypto prices. This is a very key thing to know about and a key thing we want to kind of keep it up to date with. Okay, so if you're suddenly like wondering why Bitcoin's suddenly flying around in one direction or another, often it's because of an event that's happened in the kind of the wider world. So you can go look at myfxbook.com. Now on to one of the last tools. Just as an example, let's choose Echelon Prime, copy the contract address, And then we're going to go to bubblmaps.io and paste in the contract address here. By hitting enter, I can see some very interesting stuff. You can see that these are all the wallets that are basically holding Echelon Prime. And it shows me some very interesting things, like this wallet here that holds 5.2% of the entire token supply. I can then see that there's a lot of other things going on with Bybit, and you can see all of these wallets that are connected to Bybit. I can see that Bybit's been sending to other addresses, and there's lots of other things happening in the space. I can see that these are like the kind of the foundation deployer. Okay, this is where the Prime tokens originally came from. And I can see lots of other useful pieces of information. If I was to put a coin in here and it had a massive wallet that was holding like 50% of the token supply and all other wallets were kind of connected together, then there might be something shady going on. This is a very useful and key tool to look at so you can understand what's going on with regards to the dynamics of that token and make sure that you're not being taken for a fool. Another really useful tool to pay attention to is DEXScreener.com, which can be used to find different meme coins. So for example, if you were to click on Solana, and you could go and use different things like these filters so that you can find meme coins with at least $10,000 of liquidity. You can then sort ones that have been in new pairs that have been launching more recently. And you can see that these are kind of like the coins that are launching today with kind of decent amounts of liquidity. 22 hours, you could sort by the age and have some of the youngest ones here. You can see ones that have been launching in the last hour with kind of decent levels of already really good levels of liquidity. And this allows you to narrow down completely kind of like your meme coins and things like that. Obviously, there are many significantly better meme coin research videos. So don't just dive across the tech screener and start buying meme coins. Go and watch a serious tutorial on meme coins. There's some channels that are more specialized towards, which I think you're better off following than that very brief look into DEX Screener. Now, guys, you may have realized by now that I'm trying to do something within crypto. I don't want to give you the fish, because when you finished eating the fish, you're not going to have anything left. Lots of people out there are just going to continue to try and give you the fish, but I want to teach you to fish. I want to show you how you can do this stuff for yourself so that you can actually become a better trader, because then you're going to be able to make money in crypto. If you just keep eating those fish and you don't know how to fish, you are going to completely starve. If you want to join a bunch of other fishermen, then head down below to the Inner Circle Discord, where you'll be able to join a lot of very smart crypto investors who are sharing their own research, their own intuition, and all the other information they've been learning to be able to feed back into this hive mind of crypto experts. You can participate in pre-sales where you'll be able to access some of the very best value crypto tokens before they've even gone live onto the market, where you can be like a whale or a VC without having to participate on launch pads or other expensive platforms. You can access the trade zone where you'll be able to see setups from a handful of carefully selected traders, talking about different charts and things that they're looking at on a daily basis. You can join the meme coin community where you can join a bunch of crypto experts who are very into their meme coins. You'll also be able to access videos like this where I've been meeting with actual meme coin projects of very successful meme coins, talking about the next meme coins that those particular companies are launching. You can participate in wallet tracking where people are out there finding Alex Becker's wallets and other famous influencers who are going to have the potential to move markets with some of their videos, and so much more. All that's available in the Inner Circle, which is linked down below if you want access to be able to talk to me and kind of my wider community. Guys, I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did and you managed to make it through this far, congratulations. You are probably more than certainly part of the 5% of people who will make it in this market, because you've got the patience, you're prepared to go out there and do the deep research into the stuff other than just being told that this coin or that coin's going to go and do 100x. You're now going to be smarter, so you can give yourself a pat on the back for that. If you are new and you haven't yet subscribed to the channel, you've got to ask yourself why not. I'll see you tomorrow in another video. Bye-bye.